Okay, so I actually had a thought about making some of my own Resident Evil props. So I started thinking about what I could use, obviously to be as cheap as possible and take as little time as possible. And I actually came up with this, which is just an ink ribbon prop, and it literally is like a screw cap, so it's openable inside and everything. I haven't actually got anything in it, but it is just a nice little cool display piece for your shelf. So I'm going to show you how I went about that, what I did. Hopefully in this video you'll be able to, by the end of it, make your own. So what you're going to start with is one of these. It's O'Keeffe's Working Hands. The tub is absolutely fantastic for this because it is very much the right shape for it, and it obviously has the screw cap. I'm going to clean the inside of this out. This is a spent tub. I have a few of these as a friend of mine uses it and gives me the leftovers. So as you can see, this here is going to become that. So here's how I did it. Firstly, I started obviously by giving the tub a damn good clean, getting rid of all the cream inside. We're going to be taking off this label here and this label here and the outer label here before doing anything else. So let's start by getting rid of the label. It does peel off quite easily. It's not brilliant, but it does peel off quite easily. There we go, all the way off. Okay, do away with that. That's not anything that we're going to be needing. Obviously get this top label off. You just get underneath it with your nail or something, anything like that. And again, off comes the label. And just finally, it's the label underneath we're going to want to get rid of. Lovely jubbly. Right, and then we have the blank tub. As you can see, we're going to give this a good old cleaning up. I'll do that off camera and I'll be back. Okay, so we have cleaned it up and it is absolutely fine. There's no contaminants in there whatsoever. And same with the lid, it's all nice and clean. The only reason I've obviously cleaned it up is one, because you know it's more aesthetically pleasing if it's clean, and two is because if this is going to stay on your shelf for a while, you don't want what was left in there going bad at all. So obviously it's already starting to take shape. Okay, so this is the image you're going to want to be printing off. This is for the top of the prop itself. So this image you can find on Google. It's literally just a picture. That's all we're going to do. And you're going to be wanting to print this off at 3.5 by 5 inches. Okay, just a standard printout, absolutely nothing special about it. And obviously, if we do it too big, it's not going to fit the lid, and we are going to actually lose a bit of this around the outside here, but that's absolutely not a problem. So we just want to make sure that it all lines up, which it does. So we're going to spray this up. It's going to be sprayed. Obviously it doesn't have to be anything particularly special. This is only going to sit on a shelf. It's not doing anything functional. It's just going to look good, hopefully. So I've got this modeling spray, and I also got some silver acrylic spray. Nothing, you don't have to do any special prep on it. Literally you're just spraying onto plastic. So we're going to get this sprayed up. Okay, so as you saw, I added some silvery mist to these two pots. They dried really quick. Obviously quite nice weather. It's just to give it just that little slight metallic look, but without going too crazy. It also gives quite the nice effect of faded paint. They are touch dry, but I'm not going to do too much with them just yet. The green inside we're not really fussed about, obviously. Now that they're all sprayed up, we'll get that label on. Okay, so we're going to get this label cut out. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. Take your time, don't rush it. Just reducing it in size slightly. You could do this with the printer, of course, but there's no telling you'll actually get the size that you want. So I find a pair of scissors works just fine, and that's pretty good. Obviously there's a few imperfections, but I'm not too worried about that. And that is a much better fit, I think, for our ink ribbon. So what I'm going to do is something really simple. I'm just going to get a piece of paper to put down, and I'm going to use good old Mr. Pritt. Any kind of glue stick will do. We're not going for anything fancy, nothing expensive. It's just craft glue at the end of the day, paper glue. So you want to cover the entire label, but what you don't want is what's just happened, but you also don't want any lumps. Okay, any lumps in the glue. If there's any lumps in the glue, get rid of them, because it will damage the image or the overall effect. So there we go, practically no lumps there. Okay, and we're just going to stick our label down. Doesn't really matter what orientation it has, just position it and down it goes. Working from the outside, just rub it down and around the outside. You want to try and eliminate as many lumps as possible. Okay, and so we put it together, screw it on, and we have an ink ribbon. No, I have two. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video, and please remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you want to see more of this kind of thing. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I need the silence, stop the violence of the